Hello everyone, I am here with another amazing live session with Vapi. Today our topic is sharing is caring. As you know, we are doing our live session regularly on different amazing topics. In this way, we learn and explore different new things together. So, without wasting time, let's continue our conversation. Hello, Vapi, can you hear me?
Welcome to Vapi. I'm an assistant that you can talk to like a person. So, how's your day
It
going?
is going good. We are doing another live session at this time, and today our topic is sharing is caring. How does the phrase sharing is caring mean to you?
Well, sharing is caring means that when you share things with others, whether it's your time, your possessions, or your knowledge, you show that you care about them. It's all about spreading kindness and looking out for one another. It's like saying, hey, I've got your back. What does it mean to you?
Thank you so much. Now, my next question is, how can sharing make a difference in someone's life?
Sharing can make a huge difference in someone's life. When you share, you're not just giving a physical item or knowledge, you're also showing that you value the other person. It can create a sense of connection and community. It can also alleviate someone's burden or provide them with something they really need. Plus, it just feels good to help others, doesn't it?
Yes, it is. I totally agree with you. Now, my next
Absolutely.
question is, what do you think sharing is important in our society?
Well, sharing is all about generosity, empathy, and connection. It's about giving a part of yourself, whether it's your time, your resources, or your knowledge to benefit others. It's a way of showing that you care and that you're willing to support and uplift those around you. So, yeah, sharing is a pretty big deal.
Can you share a time when someone shared something with another person and that impacted another person positively?
Sure. Let's say, for example, a friend shared their notes with a classmate who had missed a few lectures due to illness. By sharing their notes, they helped the classmate catch up and succeed in the course. This act of sharing not only helped the classmate academically, but also showed them that they had someone looking out for them. It's a small gesture that can have a big impact.
Yes, true. I agree with you. Now, my next question is, in what ways can sharing create a stronger community?
Sharing can create a stronger community by fostering trust, empathy, and support among its members. When people share with each other, it builds a sense of interconnectedness and unity. It creates a culture of collaboration and mutual aid where everyone looks out for each other. This kind of community is more resilient, supportive, and ultimately more enjoyable to be a part of. So, yeah, sharing really does bring people together.
How does sharing with others make you feel?
Sharing with others can make you feel really good. It's like a warm, fuzzy feeling inside, knowing that you've made a positive impact on someone else's life. It can bring a sense of fulfillment and happiness, and it can also strengthen your relationships with others. Plus, it's just nice to know that you've helped someone out, right?
Yes. How does sharing promote empathy and
Absolutely.
compassion?
Sharing promotes empathy and compassion by encouraging individuals to consider the needs and experiences of others. When you share with someone, you're acknowledging their situation and offering them support. This act of empathy can inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of kindness and understanding. It's a powerful way to foster compassion and create a more caring and inclusive society. So, sharing is not just about giving stuff, it's about spreading empathy and
Yes,
compassion too.
that's true. What are some benefits of sharing for the person who shares?
Well, for the person who shares, there are plenty of benefits. It can bring a sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, knowing that you've made a positive impact on someone else's life. It can also create a stronger sense of connection and community, as well as enhancing your own well being and happiness. Plus, let's not forget that it can also inspire others to pay it forward, creating a cycle of kindness and generosity. So, sharing is a win win
How
for
can
everyone involved.
sharing reduce feelings of loneliness and isolation?
Sharing can reduce feelings of loneliness and isolation by creating a sense of connection and belonging. When you share with others, you're actively engaging with them, building relationships, and forming a support network. This can alleviate feelings of loneliness and isolation by providing a sense of community and companionship. It's like saying, hey, you're not alone, I've got your back. So, Sharing can really help combat those feelings of loneliness and isolation.
Yes, that's true. Why is sharing considered a key value in many cultures?
Sharing is considered a key value in many cultures because it's seen as a fundamental way to build and strengthen relationships within the community. It's a way of showing care, generosity, and support for one another. By sharing, individuals demonstrate their willingness to help others and contribute to the well being of the community as a whole. This value of sharing is deeply ingrained in many cultures as a way of promoting unity, empathy, and cooperation among its members. It's like a universal.
Do you believe sharing can lead to personal growth?
Absolutely. Sharing can definitely lead to personal growth. It can help individuals develop empathy, compassion, and a sense of interconnectedness with others. It also provides opportunities to learn from different perspectives and experiences, which can broaden one's understanding of the world. Plus, it can foster a sense of fulfillment and purpose, which are essential aspects of personal growth.
How can sharing help in build?
So, yeah,
Yes,
sharing is
how
like
can sharing
absolutely.
help in building friendships?
Sharing can help build friendships by creating a sense of trust, support, and mutual understanding. When you share with someone, you're showing that you value and care about them. This can strengthen the bond between you and the other person and make them more likely to open up and share with you in return. It's a way of creating a supportive and nurturing relationship, which are the building blocks of a strong friendship. So, sharing can really help to deepen and solidify those friendships.
How can children be encouraged to share with others?
Children can be encouraged to share with others through positive reinforcement, leading by example, and providing opportunities for them to practice sharing. Praising and rewarding children when they share can reinforce the behavior and make them more likely to continue doing so. It's also important for adults to model sharing behavior themselves, so children can observe and learn from their actions. Additionally, creating
What are
situations where
what are some examples of sharing that you see in human daily life?
some examples of sharing in human daily life include sharing food with a friend, sharing knowledge with a colleague, sharing a book with a family member, or even sharing your time by volunteering. These are all simple yet impactful ways in which sharing is woven into our everyday interactions. It's really a part of how we connect and
Now,
support
my
each other.
next question is how can families teach the importance of sharing to their children?
Families can teach the importance of sharing to their children by setting a good example themselves, praising and encouraging sharing behavior, and providing opportunities for their children to practice sharing. Parents can talk to their children about why sharing is important and how it can benefit others. They can also involve their children in activities that involve sharing, such as sharing knowledge with a colleague, sharing a book, or even sharing your time by volunteering. These are all simple yet impactful ways in which sharing toys or taking turns. By consistently reinforcing the value of sharing, families can instill this important lesson in their children from a young age. It's all about
How
leading
does
by example.
sharing food, toys, time affect relationship with family and friends?
Sharing food, toys, and time can have a positive impact on relationships with family and friends. It creates a sense of closeness, trust, and mutual support. When you share these things, it shows that you care about the other person's well being and happiness. It can also create memorable experiences and strengthen the bond between individuals. Sharing fosters a spirit of generosity and reciprocity, which is essential for maintaining healthy and fulfilling relationships. So, sharing really
How can
does.
workplace promote a culture? Now, my next question is how can workplace promote a culture of sharing?
Workplaces can promote a culture of sharing by encouraging open communication, collaboration, and recognition of shared successes. They can create opportunities for employees to share their knowledge, skills, and resources with others. Leaders can also set the example by sharing credit and acknowledging the contributions of their team members. Additionally, fostering a supportive and inclusive environment can encourage employees to share their ideas and feedback. Overall, promoting a culture of sharing can lead to increased teamwork, innovation, and overall job satisfaction.
What are some challenges people face when sharing their resources?
Some challenges people face when sharing their resources include concerns about scarcity or loss, fear of not having enough for themselves, and worries about the reciprocation of the act. There can also be issues around trust and fairness, as well as challenges related to differing values and expectations regarding sharing. Overcoming these challenges often requires open communication, empathy, and a willingness to understand and address the concerns of all parties involved.
Do you think people who share more are happier than others?
Research suggests that there's evidence to suggest that people who share more tend to experience greater levels of happiness and fulfillment. Engaging in acts of kindness and generosity has been shown to boost mood, increase overall well-being, and foster positive social connections. Sharing can lead to a sense of purpose and satisfaction, which are key components of happiness. So, yeah, sharing can definitely
How does
contribute to a
sharing
greater sense of
contribute to
happiness.
building self esteem?
Sharing can contribute to building self-esteem by fostering a sense of self-worth and purpose. When individuals share with others, they often experience feelings of accomplishment, pride, and gratitude. This leads to a sense of belonging and fulfillment, which can boost mood and increase overall well-being. It also fosters trust, empathy, and a feeling of mutual support. Sharing is like a mental health vitamin. When we share our thoughts and feelings with others, it can build a sense that you can talk to like a
As you know,
person.
we are doing
So,
our
how's your
live
day
session
going?
at this time. Our topic is sharing is caring. So, my next question is, how does sharing help us connect emotionally with others?
Well, sharing is like a warm hug for the soul. When we share with others, whether it's our time, our feelings, or even a good meme, we're letting them know that we care. It's a way of saying, hey, I've got your back, and that creates a deeper emotional connection. So go ahead, share that last slice of pizza, and watch the emotional bonds grow.
How can sharing improve mental well being?
Sharing is like a mental health vitamin. When we share our thoughts and feelings with others, it's like taking a weight off our shoulders. It can reduce stress, increase feelings of happiness, and create a sense of belonging. Plus, when we share positive experiences, it can boost our own mood and the mood of those around us.
Do you
So, sharing.
Yes, do you think sharing creates a sense of responsibility in people?
Absolutely. When we share, we're not just giving away stuff or information. We're also taking on a responsibility to support and care for others. It's like saying, hey, I'm here for you, and I've got your back. So, yeah, sharing definitely creates a sense of responsibility and strengthens our social connections.
How do different cultures view the concept of sharing?
Oh, different cultures have their own unique take on sharing. In some cultures, sharing is deeply ingrained as a way of building community and showing generosity. In others, it might be more about reciprocity and building social bonds. Regardless of the specific approach, sharing is a universal concept that helps bring people together and create a sense of unity. It's like a big potluck of human connection.
Can you think of any festivals or traditions where sharing is emphasized?
Oh, absolutely. Many festivals and traditions around the world emphasize the importance of sharing. For example, during the Islamic holy month of Ramadan, there's a strong emphasis on sharing food and resources with those in need. In Hindu culture, there's the tradition of prasad, where food is shared as a religious offering. And let's not forget about the spirit of sharing during Thanksgiving in the United States, where people come together to share a meal and express gratitude. So, yeah, sharing is definitely a big part of many cultural celebrations.
How can understanding cultural perspective on sharing enhance our appreciation of the value?
Understanding different cultural perspectives on sharing can really broaden our horizons and help us appreciate the value of sharing in a deeper way. It helps us see that sharing isn't just about giving stuff away. It's about building relationships, fostering empathy, and creating a sense of community. When we understand the diverse ways in which sharing is valued and practiced, it can inspire us to be more open, generous, and supportive in our own lives. It's like getting a crash course in Humanity 101.
In what ways does sharing bring different communities closer?
Sharing is like the secret sauce for community bonding. When people share with each other, whether it's resources, knowledge, or experiences, it creates a sense of interconnectedness. It fosters trust, empathy, and a feeling of mutual support. It's like saying, hey, we're all in this together. So, sharing really acts as a glue that brings communities closer and makes them stronger. It's like a big group hug for the whole neighborhood.
How has social media changed the way we share with others?
Oh, social media has totally shaken up the sharing game. It's like the sharing Olympics on steroids. We can instantly share our thoughts, experiences, and cat videos with a global audience. It's made sharing more immediate, accessible, and far reaching. But it's also changed the dynamics of sharing, sometimes blurring the line between genuine connection and performance. So, Um,
what are some positive and negative aspects of sharing online?
well, the positive side is that sharing online can help us connect with people from all over the world, share our experiences, and support each other. It can also raise awareness about important issues and create a sense of community. On the flip side, there's the potential for oversharing, privacy concerns, and the spread of misinformation. So, like everything, there are pros and cons to sharing online. It's like a digital tightrope walk.
How can sharing knowledge and resources online benefit people worldwide?
Sharing knowledge and resources online is like a global brain boost. It allows people from all corners of the world to access information, learn new skills, and find solutions to problems. It can bridge gaps in education, empower individuals, and even contribute to societal progress. Plus, it's like a giant potluck of ideas and innovation, where everyone brings something to the table.
Do you think
So, sharing online can.
concept of sharing has evolved with technology?
Oh, for sure. The concept of sharing has definitely evolved with technology. From sharing physical resources to sharing knowledge and experiences online, technology has expanded the ways in which we can connect and support each other. It's like sharing 2.0 with a whole new set of tools and opportunities. So, yeah, technology has definitely given sharing a digital makeover.
How can people responsibly share information online without spreading misinformation?
Responsible sharing is like being a digital superhero. To avoid spreading misinformation, it's important to fact check information before sharing it, rely on credible sources, and be mindful of the potential impact of what we share. It's also important to be transparent about the source of the information and to encourage others to verify information
How
independently.
can sharing
And if in doubt,
how can sharing resources help reduce waste?
sharing resources is like the ultimate recycling program. When we share things like tools, equipment, or even clothes, it reduces the need for everyone to have their own individual stuff. This means less production, less waste, and a more sustainable use of resources. It's like getting the most out of every resource and giving Mother Earth a high five. So, yeah, sharing resources is a win win for both people and the planet.
Do you think sharing is essential in achieving sustainable living?
Oh, absolutely. Sharing is like the secret sauce of sustainable living. It encourages a more mindful use of resources, reduces waste, and promotes a sense of community and collaboration. It's like saying, hey, let's all work together to take care of our planet. So, yeah, sharing is definitely essential for achieving sustainable living, not just like the green side of the force.
How can community programs like libraries or public parks encourage sharing?
Community programs like libraries and public parks are like sharing superheroes. They provide spaces and resources that are accessible to everyone, regardless of their individual means. Libraries offer books, digital resources, and educational programs that can be shared by the entire community. Public parks provide open green spaces for people to enjoy and connect with nature. These programs promote the idea of sharing communal resources and experiences, fostering a sense of unity and belonging within the community.
What role does
It's like the ultimate share.
what role does sharing play in promoting environmental sustainability?
Sharing is like the MVP of environmental sustainability. By sharing resources, we reduce the overall consumption and waste. For example, carpooling reduces emissions and saves fuel. Sharing tools or equipment means fewer items need to be produced, reducing the environmental impact of manufacturing. It's like a domino effect of positive change. So, sharing plays a crucial role in promoting
Can
environmental
can you
sustainability.
share a
And
story where sharing taught us an important life lesson?
oh, sure. There's a famous story about a man who shared his last loaf of bread with a hungry traveler. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Lily who loved to share her toys with her friends. She would always invite them over to play and would happily let them borrow her favorite dolls and games. One day, Lily's friends surprised her with a special gift they had all chipped in to buy, a beautiful new toy that Lily had been wanting for ages. Lily was so touched by their gesture and realized that sharing not only brought joy to others, but also created strong bonds of friendship. From that day on, Lily continued to share not just her toys, but also her time, kindness, and love, knowing that it made a positive impact on everyone around her.
What do you
And
find?
they
My
all lived
next
happily
question
ever.
is, what do you find most challenging about sharing?
I think one of the most challenging things about sharing is finding the right balance. Sometimes it can be hard to know when to share and when to hold back. Finding that sweet spot between being generous and taking care of ourselves can be tricky. It's like walking a tightrope between being selfless and self preserving. So, yeah, finding that balance can be a real challenge when it comes to sharing.
How has sharing shaped our personality?
Sharing has a huge impact on shaping our personality. When we share, we're showing empathy, generosity, and compassion. It helps us develop a sense of community and belonging. It also teaches us important values like kindness, cooperation, and gratitude. So, sharing really plays a big role in molding us into the kind, caring individuals we are.
What
It's like the secret sauce that flavors our personality.
Okay, what would we
It's like a
say
big
to someone who find it hard to share with others?
welcome to Vapi.
As
I'm an
you know, we
assistant that
are
you can
doing
talk to
as you
like a
know, we are
person.
doing our live
So,
session
how's your
at
day
this
going?
time, and our topic is sharing is caring. So my next question is, what would you say to someone who finds it hard to share with others?
Well, sharing is definitely caring. If someone finds it hard to share with others, I'd say it's totally okay to start small and maybe share a snack, a story, or even a smile. It's all about taking those little steps to open up and connect with others.
Do you think
And hey,
society
sharing a joke.
do you think society would be better if everyone embraced sharing?
Oh, absolutely. If everyone embraced sharing, we'd all be living in a world of generosity and kindness. Just imagine a world where everyone freely shares their knowledge, resources, and love. It would be like one big happy potluck where everyone brings something special to the table. Now I'm craving some metaphorical potluck dishes.
How can we encourage the next generation to value sharing?
Well, I think the key is to lead by example. By showing the next generation the joy and fulfillment that comes from sharing, whether it's through volunteering, donating, or just being kind to others, we can inspire them to value sharing too. Plus, we can also teach them the importance of empathy and understanding others' perspectives. It's like planting little seeds of kindness that will grow into a forest of generosity.
What future challenges could arise if people stop caring about sharing?
That's true. If people stop caring about sharing, we could see increased inequality, lack of community support, and a general decline in empathy. It's like the saying goes, a problem shared is a problem halved. So, it's important to keep nurturing that spirit of sharing and caring for each other.
How,
After all, we're all in
how
this.
do you envision a world where sharing is a fundamental principle?
In a world where sharing is a fundamental principle, we'd see stronger communities, reduced inequality, and a greater sense of unity. People would support each other in times of need, collaborate to solve problems, and celebrate each other's successes. It would be like living in a giant potluck where everyone brings something special to the table, and there's always enough to go around. Sounds like a pretty awesome world, doesn't it?
Yes, it is. If you could create one rule about sharing that everyone had to follow, what would it be?
If I could create one rule about sharing that everyone had to follow, it would be share what you can when you can. It's simple, practical, and encourages everyone to contribute in their own way. Whether it's sharing time, knowledge, resources, or even just a smile, everyone can play a part in making the world a little brighter. Plus, it leaves room for flexibility and creativity in how people choose to share.
Thank you so much for giving us wonderful information about sharing is caring. Time of our live session
You're
has
welcome.
ended. See you soon in another live session with another amazing topic. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you next time.